you everybody for joining us today. We have a great program today. We have 8 awesome presenting companies, and hopefully the investors in the room will be very interested in learning more about them. I wanted to direct your attention to the program book. We have to thank our sponsors, and they are in the program book next to the QR codes, which we'll talk about in a second. But I want to thank our sponsors first. Fairfax County Economic Development Authority. Yeah. Thank you, Alex. We're going to hear from Alex in a second. Refraction Innovation Hub, which is right here in Vallow Park. Thank you, Esther. The Northern Virginia Tech Council, Jen Taylor, CEO. Thank you, Jen. Association for Enterprise Growth, Mark Haas. Hi, Mark. Northern Virginia Chamber of Commerce. Julie could not be here today, unfortunately. She's on holiday. Forvis, Will Choi, partner. We're going to hear from Will in a bit. Next, powered by Shulman Rogers, Anthony Millen, founder and chair. Thank you, Anthony. And then New York Life, Barry Weinbaum and team. Beyond, Lori and Hector. DeGrosse Consulting, JP. DeGrosse Consulting is sponsoring our disc jockey at tonight's after party. So, yeah. Are you ready? Do you know how to do this? Okay. Second time DJing. Okay. So at 8:30, 8:45, we'll go upstairs to the 8th floor. And Esther has been very gracious to sponsor the after party tonight. I want to also thank Baltimore Angels, Startup Grind, Keiretsu Forum, Founder Institute, the MIT Alumni Angels of Washington, D.C., the Dingman Angels, Blue Venture Investors. I know Kim is here, and we have a few others. Kim Nguyen. Thank you, Kim. Citrine Angels, Lisa Friedlander and company. Thank you, and Esther. Georgetown Entrepreneurship. Jeff Reed is here. You can't miss him. Annual Wharton DC Innovation Summit. Malloy Industries and Mike Malloy. Enterprise Transformation Solutions. Inez LeBeau. Inez, are you here? Back there. Maryland Tech Council, Venture Mentoring Services, and Ryan and Wetmore. Pete Ryan is here, Danny Ryan's here, and Amy Dunn. Thank you guys so much. Let's give it up for everybody, please. Okay, so before we start, I just want to let you know we are having a virtual event on Wednesday, and if you look at the QR codes, you can scan. It's free, no charge. The one on January 24th is a ticketed event. That's in Rockville, Maryland. And also, as we always do, we list out all of the RSVPs that attend our events. And if you scan the QR code here, you'll have a list of everybody. And then tomorrow, our final program book will be on our website, and it'll have a list of all of our attendees today. Without further ado, I'd like to bring up our first speaker, Esther Lee, who is the former Commerce Secretary for the Commonwealth, and she is the CEO of Refraction. Esther, thank you so much for all of your support.
Welcome, everyone, to Vallow Park, and thank you, Tien. Tien is not only a great partner, but serves on our board, and I know how hard it is to get Tien on your board, so we're very lucky to have you, Tien. I'm Esther Lee. I'm the CEO of Refraction. We're a nonprofit innovation hub co-working space right here upstairs on the 8th floor. Please come to our after party. We've got a great DJ and great networking. And what we provide is mentoring. We've got an exclusive network of mentors that are serial entrepreneurs, sales and marketing executives, financial strategists, and others. We also have great programming like the Smart City Challenge. We've got networking events. We've got pitch events like this, and all made possible by great partners like Fairfax County. And I just want to recognize John Faust, who is a supervisor. Raise your hand, John. Supervisor with Fairfax County, the largest county in Fairfax County, the second wealthiest county in the country, and a huge supporter of innovation and entrepreneurship, which we all know in the last 20 to 30 years has almost all net new jobs in this country were created by startups. I had the honor of serving as Secretary of Commerce for Virginia. I worked for President Obama and led Startup America, a White House initiative. So this is a passion of mine. I'm so glad to see so many of you, and Tien, of course, has a great network. And so we're excited to help our startups. We help them raise money. We help them with their strategy. strategy. We help them with whatever the issues are they're looking to. We've introduced them to partners and customers. I just want to say upstairs we have 33,000 square feet. There's a huge 20,000 square feet gym in the building, which is free for our members. It's got a golf simulator. It's got Pelotons, and we've got free Uber rides. It's an incredible building. And so if you or folks you know are looking for a great entrepreneurial community to join, please come join us at the after party or reach out to us. We'd love to have you. We've had great companies come out of DARPA and AI and quantum and cyber and much more. So we've got a great community. We make sure our members know each other, network with each other. So with all that, I just want to say thank you. Thank you, TM, for the opportunity to partner with you. I will say we do have a brand new CONNECTpreneur lounge upstairs, which is open to all of you. And so please come visit us. And we're also extending an incredible promotion. Any CONNECTpreneur attendee will get 2 months off if you guys want to join as a member. So thank you so much and look forward to the great pitches tonight.
Thanks, Esther. Yeah, she forgot to mention the koi pond, which is the key feature of this place. It is so zen. It is awesome. You guys have to check it out. It's a beautiful pond, you know, and like the fish like recognize us too. And we don't feed them, but we have, yes, we do. And pickleball is coming. So yes, Esther mentioned the CONNECTpreneur Lounge. So we do have a lounge upstairs. It's for anyone who's around here. They need co-working. We have desks and couches. And Esther's very generous. She said you can come 3 times a month for free. And then she's going to hit you up for membership. So thank you, Esther. Before I introduce Alex, I wanted to shout out Gus. Gus, are you here? Gus Besselel, right there. He's the best-selling author of the Startup Lottery. So you're signing books, and thank you. So this is great, and Gus has been a very valuable investor and member of the CONNECTpreneur community for many years. So thank you for all your support, and good luck with book sales. And Fred Diamond has books for sale as well, too, with Institute for Excellence in Sales. All right, without further ado, Alex, where are you? Alex, I'm Executive Vice President of Fairfax County Economic Development Authority. We want to thank you guys so much for all of your wonderful support over the years. Unfortunately, Victor Hoskins, who many of you know, is ill tonight, so he wasn't able to come. But Alex, please come up and give us an update. Thank you.
Well, thanks so much, Tien. It's wonderful to be with all of you this evening, and thank you, Esther. We're proud to be a presenting sponsor with you for this evening's program. Excited to hear the pitches. It was so enjoyable to speak with so many of you out in the beautiful space at this building and the campus here at Vallow Park. Fairfax County Economic Development Authority, we are an agency that is tasked with attracting, recruiting, and retaining business to Fairfax County. That includes large businesses like our 10 Fortune 500 companies and the many, now thousands of small businesses that are here in Fairfax. We just hit over 44,000 business establishments in Fairfax County. That's actually an increase of 8,000 businesses since the beginning of 2020. So an increase of 22%. It shows that starting a business is alive and well here in Fairfax. We have a great ecosystem here with partners like Refraction and programs like CONNECTpreneur. I also wanted to mention to you, and thank you Supervisor Faust and your colleagues for the Fairfax Founders Fund that helped support 5 awards to entrepreneurs that were completed in November. There's now another round of funding through Fairfax Founders Fund that's open, and that application window closes on January 8th. So if you're an entrepreneur and you're interested in the Fairfax Founders Fund program, please apply. If anything, it'll be a great process to go through. There's lots of coaching and mentoring available through there as well, and there's really something in it for everyone. Lastly, I know we got to get going with the program here. Lastly, wanted to mention our FCEDA's E101 program, which is a program that's run by Karen Small, my colleague, sitting right there in the middle of the room. And we've had over 6,000 attendees historically who have come through the program looking to start business in Fairfax County. Our next Entrepreneurship 101 is January 23rd. So we hope you'll join us for that if you're interested in everything that it takes to start a business here. We have many small business partners and supporters and counselors who attend. It's a great place to make connections with them. It's also a great place to network with other small business people who may be in your same shoes. So once again, a great place to do business. Wonderful evening. Thank you for having us, and look forward to an enjoyable night.
Thank you, Alex. Please tell Victor we said hey, and hopefully he gets well soon. Next, I'd like to bring up Jen Taylor, who is the CEO of the Northern Virginia Tech Council. Jen has been 2 years now, is it? Three, I'm sorry, okay. 3 years. She has turned the place around. It is rolling, and I want to congratulate you on all of your wonderful initiatives and success, and please give us an update. Thank you, Jen.
Okay. So I want to thank CONNECTpreneur and Tien for inviting MVTC to this event. We think it's really spectacular. For those of you who don't know what the Northern Virginia Technology Council is, we are the trade association in the region representing our vast and vibrant tech community. We're one of the largest tech councils in the country. There are about 100 of them, believe it or not. And we all are members of TECNA, which I am the vice chair of that organization. NVTC has nearly 500 members, and they include companies ranging from all sectors of the tech industry, from startups, small businesses, to Fortune 100 companies. We have government contractors, we have service providers, and academic institutions, of which 10 of them are members of my board of directors, which, yes, I do have close to 120 board members. That's a big part of my job. Is putting on our board meetings. So what we do for our members is we serve as a resource for their networking. We provide educational summits on topics from cyber to summit. In the future, I'd like to do one on space. We have one coming up on AI. We also have peer-to-peer communities of interest. Because our tech ecosystem is so diverse, we create these communities of interest. So we have one group that's focused on data center and cloud, one on cyber, one on digital transformation, DE&I. Again, I want to, because I'm geeking out on space these days, I want to create one on space. And because the innovation in that marketplace is unbelievable. And the other thing that we do is we help foster strategic relationships with our members. And there's many, many stories where they merged or one's acquired another, many stories. And NVTC is now in its 34th year of existence. So we've been around since basically AOL came out on the scene. And I just want to close by saying our mission is very clear. It's twofold. We want to accelerate tech innovation in this region, and we want to infuse the next generation of talent into this workforce. So everything we do has to ladder up to those two things. And our vision is to be the #1 tech hub in the world. And what separates us from any other region is the federal government is in our backyard and the largest purchaser of tech products and services, and in need of much innovation. So I'm a person that loves numbers, and I thought I'd shake it up, and I asked Tian if I could play a little sizzle reel. So here we go. I'm going to play this for you. So you can learn just a little bit about MVTC, and then I'll close out. Thank you for letting me share that. I'm really proud of my team. And I just also want to close by saying good luck to all the presenters. Can't wait to see all your pitches.
Thanks. Thank you, Jen, and congratulations. Let's give it up for Jen. Great job. All right, we have 8 presenters, and our first 4 will be introduced by Anthony Millen, and our next 4 by Will Choi. So a few things about Anthony. He's a great partner, good friend. He's a venture capitalist with the Third Sphere family of funds. He is a startup entrepreneur multiple time and one of the nation's top early stage startup attorneys. Anthony is the founder and chair of Next, powered by Shulman Rogers, which he started a few years ago. And in 4 short years, you guys have won 4 major national awards, the most recent one being the best law firm for startup success. You guys are, I don't know how you do it, but they also have worked with dozens of CONNECTpreneur alumni. So thank you for all you do for our community. And come on up and let's get the show on the road, Anthony. All right.
So first, just want to say thank you to TN and the CONNECTpreneur team. I have the honor of being a co-host with TN in a podcast that we've been doing now for 2 years, all on this region startup ecosystem called the Monthly Blend. And so I have really gotten a chance to work closely with TN and our ecosystem. And what really makes it so special versus we talk about ecosystems around the country is the people that make it up and the way this ecosystem supports each other and roots for each other. And it's made up of incredible individuals, one of whom is kind of one of the heartbeats of our ecosystem, and that's TN. So before I go into the introductions, just want to give a hand to TN. As TN mentioned, Next, powered by Shulman Rogers, is an award-winning, nationally recognized legal practice serving startup companies, particularly early-stage startup companies from seed to Series A, on a regional, national, and global basis. And it was born out of a belief by entrepreneurs and attorneys, group of entrepreneurs and attorneys, that there really could be a different model for delivering legal services that were sophisticated, that were specialized to startup and emerging growth companies. And so what we have done since our launch is we've created and offer predictable legal fees through dozens of fixed price packages that are for seed to Series A companies to provide that predictability that's really critical for early stage startups. And we surround that with access to seasoned senior attorneys. We have a very client-centric model for delivering legal services. We have a lot of technology platforms to make things more collaborative, transparent, and efficient. And for more information on our legal services and all the things that we do to support our mission, which is to empower startup success, you can visit us at www.next.law. So now I have the honor of the first company that I get to introduce is Clean Fiber. Clean Fiber makes high-performance building insulation from recycled corrugated cardboard. Clean Fiber's product is a superior drop-in replacement for conventional cellulose insulation with superior performance and significant cost advantages. Please welcome Alex Harris of Clean Fiber.
All right, kicking it off here. I just want to start by saying I was not supposed to pitch tonight. My CEO got caught up in the weather and didn't make it, so I'll be filling in. We're going to struggle through this together. And it's going to be fine. All right, so my name is Alex Harris. I am the Director of Capital Markets. Oh, I got to stay here. Capital Markets and Investor Relations for Clean Fiber. Clean Fiber is a materials science company that is decarbonizing buildings by manufacturing a carbon-negative insulation product. So you may be familiar with companies that are decarbonizing the global automotive market, Tesla, for example, or decarbonizing the global power generation market, like NextEra. But you probably don't know that the buildings materials market is just as large. It's a $2 trillion market, and it is massively underinvested in terms of decarbonization. It's a huge emitter of carbon. So Clean Fiber manufactures a high-performance, carbon-negative insulation product. Here is a guy on the lower right who's blowing a cellulose insulation product into an attic. This product can also be used to insulate walls. And cellulose is already a huge market, and it's already taking share away from the incumbents, which are foam and fiberglass, due to a variety of factors, including health and safety concerns, tightening building codes, and also cost and performance. So cellulose is already a huge market, but the market is facing an enormous problem. Our competitors make cellulose insulation out of recycled newspaper. Newspaper is going away. We are the only company who has figured out how to make superior insulation out of recycled corrugated cardboard boxes. So that obviously is available everywhere, but it's actually very hard to make. Took us 10 years, and nobody else in the industry has been able to do it. So we solved the problem of declining newsprint supply by using corrugated cardboard instead, but we also address issues with dust and contamination that really plague installers in the industry. And that's really what makes our product better for our customers. And our customers are large installation installers, large installation distributors, right, and large home builders. So this is already a massive existing market. We are selling into this. It already exists. There are no switching costs associated with using our product versus competitors. Customers buy from us monthly. They keep coming back. Notably, we've been able to build a pipeline of over $100 million in ARR with one salesperson and less than $50,000 in marketing spend. Customers just can't get enough of our product. There's several pipelines that we're leveraging, and we're really focused on scaling up capacity to meet current demand. Our team is, I'm going to skip over this because I already told you about that. Our team is made up of some ridiculously seasoned executives. Our CEO is a serial entrepreneur who has been leading companies for 15 years, took his last company public. Our CFO has been a 6-time startup CFO and CEO. We stole our VP of manufacturing from running one of DuPont's largest facilities. Our VP of capital projects has implemented over $2.5 billion worth of capital projects. Our chief technology officer has spent decades in materials science and is a PhD scientist with multiple patents to his name. So just a ridiculously talented and capable team, and they have very diverse and complementary skill sets. So this has led to some great success. We've already shipped over 1.5 million bags of insulation. We're going to end this year at about $11.3 million in revenue. We're currently shipping at about a $16 million run rate. This will be our 3rd consecutive year with over 140% annual growth. And our product is already in tens of thousands of homes. So why do we need investment? Well, really, we're focused on raising capital right now to scale up our existing plant to its full capacity and then roll out other plants across the US to meet current demand. So we'd love for you to join us. We're already backed by some very reputable investors. Please come talk to us after the pitches. We'd love to chat. And also I want to note that we are hosting a private investor dinner for accredited investors who are interested in our deal. That will be tomorrow night. It's nearby. So please come see me after. And looking forward to connecting further. Thank you for your time.
All right, great job, Alex. I would now like to introduce Ameripex. Ameripex provides clients a platform for experiencing and resolving crises in an alternate virtual reality to prevent or limit their occurrence in the real world. Ameripex sits at the intersection of modeling and simulation market, the virtual reality market, and crisis management market. Please welcome Jim Deere, founder and CEO of Ameripex.
Well, welcome to Ameripex. As was mentioned earlier, it's a platform for recreating a crisis in an alternate virtual reality to prevent or limit their occurrence in the real world. Ameripex builds on the work I did running the CEMEX program for DoD and DHS, addressing very critical and emotionally destabilizing and concerning problems like school shootings. The challenge, every crisis manager wants to find a way of preparing for a crisis before it happens. The black swan event, the gray swan event, the thing you hope never happens but probably will. There are a lot of approaches to this. Some are Monte Carlo simulations, data simulations, and so on. No human beings are involved. Others are tabletop exercises where you do concept development, but you don't really have any metrics. And then finally, you have the field events that are real, but hard to control and manage. They're usually training events, which beg the question as to what is really important to train against. Now, Ameripex combines the elements of all three with human interaction. It provides the controls and measures of a Monte Carlo simulation, the concept development of a tabletop exercise, and the realism of a field event all rolled into one. So you can deconstruct the event before it happens, provide data to the clients. There are two components of the business. One is the service, the VR scenarios provided to the client, and the other is the centerpiece technical development called the full diverse reality unit that totally immerses the operators in the environment to make it as real as possible. There's a huge market, as Anthony mentioned. There's a huge market for modeling and simulation, crisis management, and VR. Ameripex would intercept and shape those markets. Competitive edge, as far as what's going on right now in the VR industry, a number of companies are selling VR components, headsets, haptic suits, haptic gloves, treadmills, and so on, or game engines. But no one company is integrating them all together in a fully immersive experience. In addition to that, other companies are building various services for VR training. No one is really looking at using VR for risk reduction and risk mitigation and risk prediction. As far as traction is concerned, I'm not like the other presentation. I'm pre-revenue. So traction is very unique in this case. We have done an MVP development. We actually demonstrated the full diverse reality unit at Houston Community College back in November of last year. We are also part of the Microsoft Founders Hub, so I have 150K at cloud credits plus engineering support from Microsoft. In addition to that, I have a patent pending on the full diverse reality unit. But most importantly, I developed a relationship with the Texas Education Agency and DHS. They're willing to provide sweat equity to participate in an experiment to look at school safety in Texas, recreating what happened in Uvalde. That's my team. 250 years of hardware, software, data science experience. As far as the business plan itself, I'll be providing a service, average cost of subscription to maintain the scenarios and operate them, about $70K per year. And I'll also be selling the hardware, the full diverse reality units, with a licensing fee of about 4%. I'm requesting $1.5 million to do the pilot event in Texas on school shootings, recreating what happened in Uvalde to find out how you could prevent or limit such an event. Right now, VR is used primarily for entertainment, diversion, and training. I want to use it to find out why these terrible things happen in order to prevent them from happening in the real world. Thank you.
I now have the privilege of introducing Land Intelligence, Inc. Land Intelligence is a software and data company focused on automating the land development industry. Through its flagship SaaS product, Land Suite, the company provides a platform for marketplace transactions, deal exchanges, and land financing. Please welcome Gore Bolton, CEO of Land Intelligence.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everybody, and happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and whatever else you celebrate. So happy to see everybody tonight. I'm really excited to talk to you all tonight about the Land Development Operating System. Land Suite is a platform where anyone can research, finance, and trade across 135 million parcels that we've collected in our system. It's been said software is eating the world. What I like to say is our software makes it digestible. And so the problem that we're going after is finding the right piece of land at the right time on the right price is incredibly difficult. It's tons and tons of questions that go answered and unanswered, and many times incorrectly answered. Things like what's the zoning, what's the water, what's the sewer, what can I do there, what's going on with the politics, what is going on in that area? How much, I was talking to somebody earlier, how much of bribes am I gonna have to pay to get my permit, right? You need to know that kind of stuff about who you're doing business with. So what we do is faster and lower costs and killing bad deals quickly and generate profit by revealing undervalued deals. As I like to say, the needle's in the haystack. Our strategy is very simple. It's a very complex process that takes weeks, if not months, of time and money running around to, on average, 12 to 15 agencies in order to get Mother May I permissions. What we do is preload all that information into a one-click solution. The average property has 150 to 200 data feeds that we re-aggregate into one simple PIN so that you can ingest big data, preload growth areas, and crowdsource data. Solution is very simple. The old way of looking at maps has now turned into our product Land Ticker, where we generate a machine learning algorithm that generates a buy, hold, and sell rating based on my 3 patents of predictive valuations of land in the country. These are issued patents, not ideas. So, new user growth, 135 million parcels, almost 6,000 users. And we also have, and the way we make money is we have a SaaS platform. It starts freemium. That goes up. We include support and training. We then include financing. Last month, we did $150 million in debt origination. We have 250 participating lenders, and we have a deal for loan origination with a $7 billion fund of funds for real estate transactions. And we're adding to that list every day. We make money on the entire process. So we make money everywhere there's land. We don't do any work in the ocean. So pretty clear about that. We know our market. Search, offer, due diligence, and entitlement process. Basic 4 steps of land development. And we basically have a revenue journey that follows our customer's revenue journey through that entire cycle. Our management team is extremely experienced. Business partner, Jennifer and I have been together for 9 years, even pre-patent. Michael Nagel, popular angel investor, is also on our board of directors. Lots of other team members, too many to put up here. Lots of kudos in the industry and industry recognition. And what I like to say is join the land rush. It's kind of like getting an ETF in the land industry. So right now we're about halfway through a current bridge round to Series A. And based on our current traction and revenue, just like they say about land, they're not making any more of it. We may not print more stock. So join us now.
I now have the honor of introducing Major Boost. Major Boost is on a mission to make phone calls easier, starting with health insurance. They handle the hassles of phone calls so customers can focus on conversations and on high-value work. AI picks up the mundane tasks of phone mazes, hold times, taking notes, and more. Please welcome Lakshmi Venu, founder and CEO of Major Boost.
Okay, thank you, Tien, and thank you to the whole CONNECTpreneur team and sponsors. My name is Lakshmi, and Major Boost is an AI co-pilot for business phone calls. Every year, Americans spend 70,000 years on the phone with their health insurance companies. It's frustrating. These are important calls that have to get done. We still don't know what's covered, when things are getting paid. Major Boost makes that job easier. The reason that this is such a mess is that the tech that exists is outdated. The business phone is the dumbest piece of plastic on someone's desk. It's disconnected from systems, it reduces productivity, and it leaves employees walking into a revolving door. Timing's never been better to solve these problems with AI. Major Boost brings together data and intelligence into voice calls. We started out by giving a technology to initial customers who are private practice clinics. They were doing coverage checks before patients come in. They were calling medical health insurance companies to check on claims that were 60 days past due. We've been HIPAA compliant and SOC 2 Type 2 compliant. From focusing on these initial customers, we got lots of great usage, built fantastic AI, and then realized that there are larger companies making more phone calls than this, medical billing companies, healthcare services firms, software companies. So we've moved on to an API-style product that is pluggable into their systems, takes us out of problems like having to get data out of clinic systems. We've also learned a lot about selling software into enterprise now. We have to be on their roadmaps, their priorities, and their Q4 code freezes. But it's great. We've signed up customers in the enterprise space this year, and they're all using our product, and we're looking to build on top of that now. Our team, myself, I'm Lakshmi. I'm the CEO. Previously, I was at Amazon, where I led an AI product. I also worked in health insurance years ago, pharmaceutical, long-term care, et cetera. And Rohit is our chief scientist. He has his PhD from Carnegie Mellon. He's always focused his entire career on multi-party conversational AI. He's excited to bring this to a space that really needs the help, and it helps people. We have a team of 4 data scientists, engineers, and our company was founded at the Allen Institute for AI, which is a top research center in conversational AI. So we gave customers an initial product in 2021, built AI on top of it. We've been adding capabilities since then. We have revenue from our existing clinic customers, and we have paying enterprise customers this year. We're ramping up our revenue and looking for funds to continue that growth of developing our API and adding more AI and agent assist features. We're raising $1 million in this round in a safe or convertible notes. We have participation from existing investors. So to get to this point, we've already raised $3 million from institutional investors and angels. The use of funds is for stabilizing our API and building out more AI features, customer success team to work with our enterprise customers. And then we've been approached by other industries that see value in what we're doing for phone calls and making that job easier. So we are going to explore those additional markets. Thank you very much. Please come by and talk to me if this sounds interesting. We're asking for your support in financing and changing how people work the phones. Thank you.
Thanks, Lakshmi. No pitch event is complete unless there's an AI company, so great job what you're doing. Now to introduce our next 4 presenters, I'd like to bring up Will Choi, who is an assurance and advisory partner with the Big 8 accounting and financial services firm called Forvis. Forvis is the culmination of a merger of 2 large companies, Dixon Hughes and BKD, and you're merging with another one, Mazars, right? Is that Mazars? Is that done? Or it's announced. Okay, I'm not giving away any secrets, right? Okay, sorry. Okay, and Will has got a vast array of experience with public and private companies, technology, and other types of companies. His bio is in the program book, but I'd like to thank Will and his colleagues for your continuing support of CONNECTpreneur. You guys are awesome. Come on up. I wasn't sure about that.
Yeah, so as Tien said, I'm with the firm Forvis. It's not a well-known name, just because it's only 1.5 years old. But before the ink is really dried on that transaction, we just announced a merger, creating a global firm network with Mazars, and that will be effective June 1st of next year. So with that, that gives us an international footprint, kind of speeding the way to international presence for us. So, as Tien said, I've worked in the technology industry my whole career with a couple of other firms prior to Forvis, but we really focus on the technology industry in this market. Represents, probably 30 to 40% of our clients locally. And so any stage, any life cycle stage company, growth stage, early stage, pre-IPO companies, public companies, if there's complexity in accounting, we can probably serve you. So with that, I'm going to introduce my first company, Novel Micro Devices. Novel is democratizing disease testing with the most portable, rapid, less than 15 minutes, accurate and affordable PCR platform for any pathogen, viruses, bacteria, fungi, protozoa, I think I've pronounced all of those correctly, and any sample type, swabs, urine, blood, and saliva. With that, I'd like to introduce, oh, there she is, Andrea. She's the CEO and co-founder.
Thank you, and happy holidays, everyone. My name's Andrea Peiss, and I co-founded this company after identifying a significant innovation opportunity with providing rapid, accurate, affordable, and simple diagnostic tests to enable results at the point of care and immediate treatment.
What we've learned from the pandemic and the current statistics shown here is that there's a significant need for better diagnostics and better treatment for infectious diseases. But the current technologies have trade-offs. On one hand, the lab tests are extremely accurate, but they take days for results. They require expensive infrastructure, skilled personnel, and equipment to run the test. And then the point-of-care rapid antigen tests are fast and inexpensive, but they're not very accurate, so a confirmatory lab test is required. And the point-of-care molecular tests on the market are way too expensive and still don't have the accuracy of a lab test. We have invented and engineered a highly innovative and differentiated solution called NovelDX. And here's why we're different. NovelDX enables lab-level accuracy PCR testing to be performed by anyone, anywhere in just 15 minutes. And it's very portable, cost-effective, and a true platform that works for any pathogen and any sample type. And it's very easy to use. All you have to do is load the sample into the disposable test-specific cartridge and run the test by inserting the cartridge into the instrument. Results are displayed in under 15 minutes and then sent to our cloud. And we have filed multiple patents, and we have several patents granted that cover each aspect of our rapid assay workflow. And all of these are company-owned patents. And our technology is addressing a significant $40 billion market opportunity for infectious diseases. Our key customer segments are convenient care facilities such as urgent care, retail and pharmacy clinics, primary care and outpatient clinics, and hospitals and emergency departments. Our product pipeline, launch timelines, and estimated market sizes are shown here, with respiratory diseases and STDs as our first two products to market, with a combined market opportunity of over $12 billion. Our strategy for all the tests that we develop is to start with a controlled launch as a lab-developed test or an LDT for immediate revenue and data generation, while we wait for FDA regulatory clearance to enable a launch in point-of-care markets. And to meet our development and commercialization milestones, we have put together a very seasoned team that's very experienced with multiple decades of experience in engineering, biology, product development, clinical and regulatory and commercialization fields. We have what it takes to bring this product to market. With regards to our funding and progress to date, we've raised $14.7 million to date, and this includes $2.5 million in founder investments alone, and $7.7 million in non-dilutive funding from extremely competitive grant funding sources such as NIH, CARB-X, and RADx, and this includes a $1.4 million contract from NIH RADx currently, and $4.5 million in investment capital. And with this funding, we've achieved key company milestones such as filing our key patents, establishing our manufacturing capabilities right here in Baltimore City, and demonstrating the capability and performance of our tests for STDs and respiratory infections on our alpha prototypes. And our plan for 2024 is to complete product development milestones that will enable a controlled launch of our product. And these include system design lock, pilot manufacturing and verification and validation studies. We have an aggressive grant submission pipeline with already submitted proposals for over $27 million to fund our expansion of the pipeline and manufacturing scale-up. And finally, our company is an attractive acquisition target for a large diagnostics company that's looking to expand their product offerings into point-of-care diagnostics, and some recent strategic acquisitions are shown here. So our company is poised for extremely great exit valuations. So thank you so much, and for further information about our explosive growth opportunities and how you can partner with us, please reach out to me.
Okay, we're going to stay with the life sciences theme here. Our next presenting company is Osprey Bio. Osprey Bio is a DNA biotools company providing a suite of powerful yet simple and cost-effective platform tools to create multi-target therapeutic candidates, enabling researchers to design and build treatments for most diseases. With that, I'm going to introduce Sam Glickstein, co-founder and CEO.
All right. Thank you, everybody, and thanks, Tien, for inviting me to come back and pitch again. So my name is Sam Glickstein. I'm the CEO of Osprey Bio, where we create biotools to simplify complex biotherapy development. So gene and cell therapy is by far the most promising new technology to start really curing and treating all disease. However, after having been worked on for about 30 years, the first therapy was only released in about 2017. And looking at everything that's in the clinic since then, it's been what's called a monogenic therapy or monogenic disease targets. And what that means is that we're only going after diseases that have one gene or trying to go after a complex disease with one gene. Now, the long and short is that you cannot take a monogenic therapy and have any significant, if any, effect against something complex like a multigenic disease, heart disease, Alzheimer's, cancer, without going after multiple pathways. So we need multigenic therapeutics. But the problem is there aren't any multigenic therapeutics even being designed or built right now. And that's because there aren't any accessible tools available for researchers to design, let alone start building these kinds of therapeutic targets. To put this into perspective, here are the number of papers that have been published in the last 25 years or so with the legacy genome engineering tools. It's a very small and disappointing number, not because these tools are bad, but it's because they're really difficult to use and they require a lot of expertise. But when we add in a new kid on the block like CRISPR, which, by the way, I would never take a CRISPR therapeutic, but it's a phenomenal research tool. And it's an exact example of what happens when you make a needed activity easy to use with a new tool. And so at Osprey, we've taken that to heart and have developed something that's even easier to use for something that's far more complex, which is making multigenic therapeutic targets. We're introducing the clone card, which is the first accessible multi-gene design and construction tool. It's powered by the Bird of Prey system. Those are supposed to be QR codes, by the way. Long and short, what this really is, without going into technicals, we can talk about that at my booth, but imagine a Lego set. Every gene on every tab of that clone card has that exact same configuration, and you can cut, paste, plug and play any pieces to make any number of combinations. What this leads to is an opportunity for researchers to have a much faster R&D research cycle, and cheaper, by the way, because you're testing multiple things at once, and you can make multi-gene construction without any expertise needed. I can teach a high schooler how to do this with our system. So what this means for biotools space, which is really interesting and dynamic, is that while we're starting at a beachhead market with gene and cell therapy discovery, all of our current and future offerings will lead us to a much larger segment that will address all of gene and cell therapy through basic research all the way to preclinical activities. Our competition, we pretty much stand alone. We're the only ones that have a multi-gene design and construction system. We have that natively built into every one of our genes, and we've also priced everything to be the cheapest on the market on purpose because our revenue projections, well, rather our model is kind of a razor blade model where we're trying to get as many clone cards into the hands of as many researchers as possible so that we can sell the reagents, the tools, and the kits associated, and eventually turn that into licensing for the inevitable many more multigenic disease therapeutics that will come out of this. We are looking for a $1 million angel round to really supercharge what we got going. We've gotten great feedback from our first conference. We got distributor relationships going, and we're trying to just make that really move as fast as possible. Our team, we have great stats. It's not our first rodeo. We've done this a lot. We have experience in the biotool space. And together, I'd like to ask you to join us to bring in a world where we really start to think multigenic. Thank you very much.
Next presenting company is Prevo. Is it Privo or Prevo? Either one? Okay. So Prevo's background is in global minors identity and privacy solutions. I'm going to let the CEO and co-founder tell you about the company and their solutions. So with that, Denise.
Hi, everyone. Happy holidays. Thank you for having me again, Tian. I'm Denise Talo. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Privacy Vaults Online. We're known as Privo in the marketplace, and we are a minors identity and privacy solutions company. We're addressing a very large market, $65 billion TAM, all around identity management. I'm proud to say that we have almost 100 customers using our services today, global brand icons among them. We're over 2 million in ARR, and we're ready to grow. And I'm here tonight to raise 1.5 million, and that will allow me to accomplish two major goals for 2024. One, to increase my revenue to 4 million in ARR by the end of the third quarter of 2024, and also to accommodate 5 million accounts under management to protect the devices and data of children. So what do? Our specialized minors identity and consent software and expertise helps companies to determine, is there a child that they're dealing with at their digital properties? So even when kids fib, which I know you're all looking around saying, my kids lie, and they do, we help to ensure that the companies are doing what they need to do. So if you think about it for a second about your kids and grandkids, you wouldn't expect the local bar to just let them in and belly up and have a beer and drink karaoke. But online, we don't really have the same protections. So we aim to protect kids with that same level of protection online. So here's the opportunity. It's simple. On the internet, we all look the same. Nobody knows who's a kid. There's 1.8 billion of them online, and they're masquerading around behind avatars and the like and age gates that they fib to. The reality presents an enormous pain point for companies who are regulated now to figure out, are they dealing with minors or adults? So if you're in the state of Virginia, you might know that pornography isn't easy to get unless you verify your identity. That's all around the need for protecting children. So I would say there's a tsunami of regulation. I was here a year ago saying this was coming, and this year there's been 144 bills produced around the country. There's 2 major federal bills that are pending what's going to happen next, and there were 2 major bills in India and in the UK around the children's privacy space. And what I can tell you is that there is now 1.37 billion in fines since I was here last to talk to folks. For companies and their executives, there are serious risks for mishandling minors' data, not doing anything to sort of recognize whether children are there or not. And this is a global issue. Kids are everywhere. Enforcement momentum. Some people may have heard that Meta got sued by 40+ state attorneys general just recently for violating children's privacy. You may have kids using Fortnite. They paid a $500 million fine for violating children's privacy. TikTok just took a $360 million fine in Europe. So our platform today, we're a customer identity and access management platform. We basically help register kids, produce a login credential for them. We get verifiable parental consents. We do identity verification. And our new services are to make the internet age aware. So this new platform is a new database that sits alongside of our profile base, and it takes the age gate and smartens it up. And it gives companies a way to know if they're dealing with a child at their digital door. So these are some of my clients here on this screen, and I'm super proud to have brands that I grew up with as my customer. We believe that this new component of our business completes the platform and is going to transform digital identity as it relates to children. So here are some metrics that we have. We are, like I said, about 2+ million in ARR. We've got 85% in retention on our logos. There's maybe 600 logos that we have under our belt with those 100 customers. And we expect to grow that 2.4 million to 4. As I said earlier, it's going to take some sales and marketing effort. We have been all inbound. Customers just come direct to us. So what I would say here is that we were a bit ahead of our market, but we spent that time building a moat. And I have 8 issued patents, and I'm talking to brands that you would all expect me to be talking to. And I think that now is the time for companies to do right by children. And doing right by children means they need Privo in the mix. So thank you very much for giving me an opportunity. Come see me at the booth.
Okay, final company of the evening. Presenting company is Render. Render is a remote engagement tool built to save contractors time and money by streamlining the first step in the renovation process simply and accurately. And the founder CEO is AJ Ballantyne.
Appreciate it. I'm the last guy, so I'm the one holding you back from the after party. So I'm trying to make it quick. Well, good evening, everyone. Before I begin, I'd like to start with a question. What matters more, a fantastic product or the ability to sell it? I mean, right? Yeah, so the ability to sell it. I mean, one could argue both, right? But what good is a fantastic product or service if you don't have the ability to sell it? Well, this was me back in 2020. I had to shut my own remodeling business down for 2 months, and for those 2 months I was searching for a solution that could help me sell remodeling projects completely remotely. And there was no such thing that existed for me to help do that. Where in food, health, and retail there are remote engagement solutions that are set up to help brick and mortar businesses sell direct to their consumers completely virtually, there was nothing that existed in my market. So we got creative and we thought of a way that we could actually pull this off. And that ended up in a very esteemed industry award that helped us catapult into building Render. It is the first remote engagement solution for the home improvement industry. It's a sales acceleration platform that helps contractors, interior designers, architects, sell jobs remotely and also streamline their entire design and sales process. We're talking about taking a 10-hour process for a contractor and doing it in 10 minutes or less. So it's pretty powerful. My industry desperately needs it. It is rooted in manual processes, outdated techniques, and it is especially not well suited to sell well to a new generation of buyers, millennials. Millennials are outpacing every other generation in home purchases since 2018. They are quickly becoming the largest purchasing generation in the US. And they've all locked in, trust me, they've all locked in at less than 5% interest rates over the last couple of years. So they are renovating their homes, they're not moving. And why are they renovating? Because their kids are getting bigger and their homes are getting older. All while they got used to shopping faster and more conveniently. And there is nothing fast or convenient about having a contractor come out to your home to take measurements and then get back to you within a couple of weeks with an estimate and a design. I know you guys have been there. So that's the process we're out to disrupt. So take, for example, if you guys wanted a kitchen quote from me and my company here in Maryland, I would send you a link. And when you get that link, you'd walk around your room with your phone and scan your space, and then you're done. You walk away. What I get on my desk and what my contractors get on their desk is a set of plans, 3D models, elevations, CAD files that help them push that data into their design software. They have the ability to take this data and push it directly into their estimate software. Again, we're talking about taking a 10-hour process and doing it in less than 10 minutes. And that is the, yeah, there we go. I was going to say the end of my slide. But, so that is the value prop that we offer to a $700 billion industry, of which, I mean, it's massive, of which we've identified our first go-to-market segment as a $1.5 billion revenue opportunity. And that's the one that we've sliced off to go after first, just among design builds and kitchen and bath remodelers. Product market fit, we launched our full product in September. We already have 120 paying customers. We have over 50% conversion rate from our free trials, which is 2.5 times the SaaS average, which is incredible. We introduced an enterprise product in November, and after 2 weeks, we sold our first enterprise contract. So we have several more on the horizon just after the holidays. So our, that one Does not look like that in my computer. So you're going to ask me about competition. Well, you can kind of notice we're sitting right there at the top. We are the only remote engagement solution for this industry. Trust me, I'm in the industry and I know it. So why aren't there more companies at the top of that chart? It's because we have something that nobody else has. Deep and vertical domain knowledge in this space that has helped us craft and position the perfect product in this market. So we're out seeking $2.25 million in the seed round. We have a lead investor and a co-lead, which is Tedco. I know John Lucas here tonight. And we have subscribed $1.9 million so far. We're looking to close the round so that we can throw our entire weight behind our sales team. With that being said, I'd love to talk with you guys more about this opportunity. Didn't get enough time to really introduce my team, but we've got a fabulous team. You can see two of these guys up here have had massive acquisitions in the prop tech space just in the last couple of years. So I'd love to talk with you guys a little bit more about this opportunity when you get a chance to stop by my table. Thanks so much.
Terrific. You guys are awesome. Let's give it up for our 8 awesome presenters, please. And please be sure, if you're an interested investor, and I know we have several here, please talk to them. So that concludes our formal program. We have lots of networking as well as the after party upstairs with JP DeGrosse and Esther. So thank you guys for coming. And our next event is January 24th in person in Rockville, Maryland at Universities of Shady Grove. And we do have a virtual event on Wednesday, so you can sign up for that through the QR code in the program book. But I want to wish everybody happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, and just enjoy the season, stay safe, and good luck in next year, guys. Take care.